if P equals m over r square plus k, I make r the subject of the above relation. I find r correct to two significant figures, given that P equals 14, m equals 6, and then k is equal to what? 2. If P equals m over r squared plus k, I make r the subject of the above relation. I find r correct to two significant figures, given that P equals 14, m equals 6, and k equals 2. Solution. You are once again welcome to my channel. Please make sure you subscribe and share the videos. Okay, so we have P equals m over r squared plus k. P equals m over r squared plus k, and we are to make r the subject. Okay, so what we do first is we multiply the right hand side by r square, we multiply the left hand side by r square. So we have r square times p equals r square times m over r squared plus r squared times k. So r square cancels r square on the right hand side, so we'll be left with p r square on the left hand side equals m plus k r square. Okay, so we group like terms. So we have pr squared minus kr squared equals m. Okay, so we factorize pr square minus kr square, and when we do that, we are going to get r squared outside the bracket, then we have p minus k in the bracket equals m. I hope you are following it. So we divide the left hand side by p minus k, then we divide the right hand side by p minus k. So p minus k cancels out on the left hand side. So we have r squared equals m over p minus k. Okay, so we have to make r the subject, not r squared. So that means this square must be removed. Okay, all right, so if we move this square to the right hand side, it becomes square root. When we move this square and then it crosses the equal sign to the right hand side, it becomes what? Square root. So now r is going to be the square root of m over p minus k. I hope you are following it. So to make r the subject of the relation p equals m over r squared plus k, R is equal to the square root of m over p minus k. Okay, so that is solution I. So let's move on to solution I. Alright, so when p is equal to 14, m is equal to 6, and then k is equal to 2, and we have r to be the square root of m over p minus k. What we are supposed to do is we substitute p equals 14, m equals 6, k equals 2 into the formula to solve for r. I hope you are following it. Okay, so we have r equals the square root of 6 over 14 minus 2. M is what? 6. P is what? 14. And then k is what? 2. Okay, and we have m over p minus k. So 6 over 14 minus 2. I hope you are following it. Okay, so we have when you subtract 2 from 14, we'll be left with what? 12. So we are going to get the square root of 6 over 12. Okay, 6 over 14 minus 2 is equal to the square root of 6 over 12. 14 minus 2 is what? 12. So 6 over 14 minus 2 equals the square root of 6 over 12. Okay, so 6 over 12 is also equal to what? 1 over 2. That is the square root of 1 over 2. 6 cancels itself 1, cancels 12 2. So the square root of 6 over 12 is the same as the square root of what? 1 over 2. And 1 over 2 is also what? Equal to what? 0.5. So we have the square root of what? 0.5. I hope you are following it. So r equals the square root of 6 over 14 minus 2, which is equal to the square root of 6 over 12, which is equal to the square root of 1 over 2, which is equal to the square root of 0.5. So r is equal to the square root of what? 0.5. I hope you are following it. Okay, and the square root of 0.5 is going to be 0.707. Okay, so to correct to two significant figures, we are going to get r is equal to what? 0.71. So r, to correct to two significant figures, r is equal to what? 0.71. Thank you so much for watching.